folks, it's Brian, music director of Coriopolis United Methodist Church, here today with dear friend Danielle Pastin. Danielle, we first met only maybe 4 or 5 months ago?
Yes, not very long ago at all. Yes.
Through our dear friend Marianne Cornetti. If you were here for our Then Sings My Soul concert, which you were here, you were here at this church for us. You know, we featured Katie Williams and Anna Singer, and then like 2 weeks later,
I got to do it as well.
You got to do it as well with Marianne, and we did this concert at her home church out in oh my goodness, Butler County. What was the name of the town? St. Mary's? No, that was the name of the church. I'm failing miserably at facts.
Well, Marianne can chime in, I think, maybe.
Marianne, if you're watching, chime in. What was Hermit? That was the name of the town.
Well done.
Hey, while we're getting ready to get started, I'm just going to share this on my page. Danielle, if you want to share on your Facebook page, you may. But I'm going to
ask
tag
Andy,
you.
who I think is watching. Please share it.
Andy, you better be watching.
My phone is buried at the moment, so I can't.
Hey, speaking of Andy, congratulations.
Thank you.
Newlywed as of
right.
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago, yeah, we've lasted 2 weeks, yes.
You've lasted 2 weeks. I love it. Hey, it's a pandemic. That's pretty good.
Well,
you made it 2 weeks.
And it was really stressful getting to the wedding, but we did finally get to the wedding. Canceled, rescheduled, rings went missing, and we finally got it together and we're married. So.
And you know what I loved about that? Not everybody gets press coverage at their wedding.
Yes. KDKA covered part of the wedding because of all of the fiasco that we went through actually getting to the weddings. And
I loved the theme of your wedding. Yes. When life gives you lemons,
make limoncello.
Make limoncello.
That's all you can
do. It's perfect. What a great theme for a wedding. Yes. And you were dressed in a lemon wedding gown.
All lemons, and we just kind of had fun with it.
It was beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful. Well, folks, thank you so much for tuning in today. This is our 19th weekly recital. We started these back in Lent, so this is the 19th week of Lent. Will Easter, I almost said, will Christmas ever come? Will Christmas ever come? That's a good question. But so here we are. You're our 19th guest recitalist.
Thank you.
We are honored. Thank you so much for being here. Folks at home, if you're just tuning in, make sure you hit like and share. We've got Danielle Pastin. Now, Danielle, you sing all over the city. Most notably, you have appeared with the Pittsburgh Opera.
Yes, I'm a graduate of the Pittsburgh Opera Young Artist Program. So they are a very, very loyal company, and I've sung with them quite a lot since graduating.
Yeah, and you were just getting ready to stage Carmen.
Yeah, we were about a week into staging Carmen when the pandemic hit, and we found out that we couldn't actually put on the show. So we were 5 days in. I had just staged my aria, literally staged the aria, and went on break. And in the break is when Bill Powers and Christopher Hahn came into the room and informed the cast that we couldn't actually do the production.
Oh, what a letdown.
Well, our Escamillo hadn't even gotten on stage yet, so
wow.
I was luckier than him.
Yeah. But it's us we are truly lucky to have you today. I'm thrilled for this. So shall we dig in? This is all going to be opera, right?
It's all going to be opera, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I thought so. Isn't that what I
yes,
thought
I'm an opera singer, yeah.
Yeah, you're an opera singer. Okay, let's do this then, shall we?
The concert was over at Carnegie Hall. The maestro took bow after bow. He said, my dear friends, I have given my all. I'm sorry, it's all over now. When from the balcony, way up high, there suddenly came a mournful cry. Oh, Mr. Paganini, please play my rhapsody, and if you cannot play
because, you know, you're an opera singer.
Yes, and some things were coming out of my mouth that I wasn't anticipating, but, you know, we got through it.
We got through it. We got through it. So tell me a little bit about your upbringing, because obviously you've got a jazzy background as well.
I do. I was raised in a family of mostly musicians and heavy jazz musicians. My brother's a percussionist. My father's a saxophone player. So my soundtrack of my childhood is mostly jazz. I kind of moved into the onto the classical road when I figured out that I wanted to be a singer and I wanted to train, and let's do it, and classical training is the way to go.
Wow. Now, where did you train?
I have a degree from the University of Maryland, but most of my training is actually through young artist programs like the Pittsburgh Opera Young Artist Program, which is the one that I graduated from and ultimately got my start with.
Fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, shall we do another standard?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do this. This is Only a Paper Moon.
That's right.
I love this number, and I love the sprightly tempo you take it at.
I love this number too, and mostly because, you know, it's describing a set, and I miss being on a set very badly. So why not sing this song and maybe we can imagine it?
Let's do it. Let's use our imagination.
That's
Let's
right.
do this thing. Ending there.
That's right.
For your dad.
That's right.
For your dad, right?
That's right.
Who is here in the audience.
Who is,
and
yes.
You mentioned your dad has a jazz band, right?
Yeah, well, he has a doo-wop band
a doo-wop
and
band.
a jazz band, yes.
Oh, doo-wop and jazz.
That's right.
Awesome. That's incredible. And, you know, no pressure, but I was just informed that he was also the conductor of the Navy Band.
Yes.
And a dean.
Dean of Fine Performing Arts at Rowan University in South Jersey.
And here I sit, reading jazz charts in front of a guy who has a jazz band. Thanks, Danielle.
Sorry. Yeah.
Nothing but the best.
Well, he also is quite versed in the classical world as well, and here I'm singing classical.
Well, you know, here we are, standing in the shadow.
We're doing
of a
our best.
We're doing our best
in the middle of a pandemic.
Speaking of doing our best, there's no good way to transition into our next number. So what was the latest opera that you have appeared in?
Okay, so the latest opera I appeared in was Madame Butterfly, and that was with Knoxville Opera. It's one of my absolute favorite roles to sing, to perform. I look forward to possibly performing it again. I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see what happens with theater moving forward.
I know. It seems, you know, everything I read seems to be just, we get little nuggets of hope.
Yeah.
And then they dash them.
Yeah, I know.
And then we get a little nugget of hope, and then it dashed.
Yeah, and with so many moving parts, opera has so many moving parts. We truly are going to be the last. Theater is going to be the last to come back, unfortunately. I actually think that it's probably going to depend on organized sports. I think once football and basketball and all of that stuff comes back, then the arts stands a chance.
And it's the first time I've ever said this, but in that case, go Steelers.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Steelers fan. Go Steelers.
Did I say that right?
Yes.
I think Stillers. Go Stillers.
Yes. Yeah.
Stillers.
Yeah,
that's
there
it.
you go. Long Eye.
So you've done Butterfly.
I've done Madame Butterfly, and this next song is truly one of my favorites. When I discovered it, it's just a gorgeous song, and it tells the story of Madame Butterfly so beautifully, and I really hope I do it justice, you know.
Yeah, I've never heard this standard, and it's
sing this
gorgeous.
song. Yeah,
what a
really
beautiful piece. Well, shall we do it?
Yes, let's do it. There's a story told of a girl who's Japanese, sitting demurely neath the cherry blossom trees. Miss Butterfly is her name, a sweet little innocent
beautifully sung. I wish I would have printed out that last page after all. I turned back thinking, oh, I'll find it, but I didn't find it. It was close enough. Sorry if you're listening out there at home, Pittsburgh Opera fans. That was a beautiful juxtaposition.
Yes, I think that worked out nicely. Yes.
Yeah, what a beautiful little transition.
I like that the first one really tells the story. By the time you get to Umbodi, you understand it.
Right, right. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful stuff. Oh, stunning. So you might be watching at home wondering, why are we in pajamas? Well, this started with about our... Why are we in pajamas? It's a good question. So our church does a lot of outreach within the Coriopolis community. And we have something called the CCD, the Coriopolis Community Development.
Nice.
And it used to be Coriopolis Community Development Foundation. The F is gone now, it's just CCD. And we started raising money. Actually, Marianne's Recital was a huge fundraiser for that organization because they run a food bank and a community garden and diaper drives and snack packs. And we're feeding through the CCD food bank approximately 600 families every 2 weeks. And so we started doing jam and jelly drives. And Becky Toth, I don't know if you know Becky, she's appeared in a lot of CLO and big Broadway voice, hysterical. I said to her, we're doing a jam drive. Why don't we do this in pajamas?
Yes, okay, that makes sense.
And she said, well, that's great because I haven't worn real pants in about 6 weeks.
Yeah, no kidding. Right?
And so now we just are in pajamas for all of these.
I will be honest with you that it was slightly less stressful to get ready for this gig because I knew that I didn't have to try to squeeze myself into the gowns that I haven't worn in months. So.
Isn't it great?
Yeah, this is great, yeah.
This is the one benefit.
And honestly, I wish I could do every gig in my red ruby slippers.
I mean, look at that. Well, we could just do... Why didn't we do that? We should have done that.
We should have, yeah.
Hey, well, I'm afraid the masquerade is over.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, sorry, there's no segue this week.
It's always that time.
I'm just about out of witty segues. You should have watched, whose recital was it? Oh, Tim Marquette. I don't know if you know Tim.
Yeah.
He's in the opera chorus and Mendelssohn choir. I had the wittiest little banter going in between every song. I'm just out of it, folks. I'm out of it. 19 recitals later, this is what you get.
Well, right. I mean, what can we do?
What can we do? This is about it.
It's hot outside, and it's hot in here.
And it's hot in here.
And the masquerade is over.
The masquerade's over. That's just... Did we even practice this? I don't remember this chart at all. I'm just going to fake an introduction here. heard that piece.
It's really cool because, you know, I've noticed lately there are so many what are considered jazz standards now that kind of reference operas, and I'm trying to curate all of those songs. When I came across this one, it's not only does it reference an opera, but it's my favorite opera, and the one that I should be doing now with Pittsburgh Festival Opera.
Right,
Pagliacci. Yes, Pagliacci, yes. And, I would be getting ready for opening night of Pagliacci this week, so.
Sad for you,
It
but
is,
lucky
poignant.
for us because we wouldn't probably have this opportunity.
That's true, of course.
Right.
Of course, one door closes, another opens.
Well, and hopefully many, many doors will be opening very soon. Very
Yes,
soon.
let's get that
Wear
going.
your masks, folks. Wear your masks.
So speaking of, I know we mentioned this before, but I just got married.
Right? Let's see. Ooh. Andy,
Yes.
you done good.
Well
Yeah.
done, Andy. And I like this next song because, you know, it kind of explains where I was and where I am.
Let's do this thing.
Every time I hear that song from Lohengrin, I am always on the outside looking in. Maybe that is why I felt so ordinary when I was the only one who wasn't married. Weddings make a lot of people sad, but if you're the bride and groom, it's not so bad. Another bride, another June, another sunny honeymoon, another season, another reason for making whoopee. A lot of shoes, a lot of rice. The groom is nervous, he answered twice. Isn't it killing that he's so willing to make whoopee? Picture their little love nest down where the roses gleam. Picture that same sweet love nest. Think what a year can bring. He's washing dishes and baby clothes. He's so ambitious, he even sews. But don't forget, folks, that's what you get, folks, for making whoopee.
Something that you don't normally get to hear in the sanctuary of Coriopolis United
That's
Methodist
right.
Church. But these recitals have given us a wonderful opportunity to just showcase a lot of different styles
That's
of
right.
music. We have had literally everything on this recital.
And that's pretty great. That's pretty great that you're able to use this as an opportunity to really kind of keep the arts alive. It's stuff like this that's
I mean, honestly,
we're back to grassroots.
we are back to grassroots, and we are one of the, I would almost venture to say, one of the only places kind of in town doing live
Yes.
broadcast recitals.
You absolutely are.
And
this
so
is fantastic.
it's really been an amazing thing. You know, we have such a vital music ministry here at Coriopolis. If you're watching at home and you feel so inclined to give, we have had 19 recitalists.
That's great.
We will have recitals all the way through the end of July.
Awesome.
Next week we have a fantastic mezzo-soprano, Timmy Williams, who won the New York Met
Nice.
opera
Yeah.
competition,
Yes.
the regionals
Yes.
here last
Uh-huh.
2 years ago. So we have just been having unbelievable folks. And we've had such a variety of music. We've had
Yeah.
jazz, Broadway, opera, we've had violinists, we've had
Yes.
cellists, we've had literally everything, organists. And every recital, we even had an all 80s recital.
That's pretty great.
It was, I'm not gonna lie, some of the most fun I've had.
That I'm
And,
sure.
You know, just,
Did you guys dress up for the recital too?
well, pajamas.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
we did pajamas.
Yeah.
Going back in time, I wish we would have thought. I would have leg
That would have been kind
warmers,
of fun.
you know, sidewind your ponytail for
Yeah.
the recitalist. We could have done it all.
If you do another 80s recital, I have roller skates.
Stop.
Actual roller skates.
Why don't we just-
blades?
We could do Xanadu. Or Starlight
Seriously,
Express.
don't tempt me because I would totally be into doing a Xanadu recital.
Hey, you know, like, stranger things have happened here. But what I was getting at, you know, if you're watching at home, these recitals have been, they have been underwritten by our generous viewers at home. Once again, I feel like I'm on WQED, and I get mistaken for Brian Sabar all the time. Brian Sable versus Brian Sabar.
Right, okay.
You know, people will say, "Oh, I heard you on the radio," and I'm like, "Really?" Because I wasn't on the radio.
Oh, that's a surprise, yeah.
But if you're watching at home and you feel so inclined to give, our recitals are underwritten by our generous viewers at home. A link will be posted, or it's already been posted. I'm getting the thumbs up from Pat, our wonderful parish administrator in the back. All you need to do is click on coriopolisumc.org/give, select music from the drop-down menu, or if you feel so inclined, you may also tithe there for our for just a general collection. Or if you want to help out our CCD food bank, you just need to hit special and then type in food bank, and all of those monies given will go directly to the food bank.
Nice.
So thank you for your generosity and for keeping these recitals going through the end of July. We will keep these going until July, and then in August I'm on vacation. I'm taking 2 weeks off.
Good for you.
Guess how many weeks I've taken off? 0.
Yeah.
But it was kind of forced upon me, and I thank you for that, Pat and Pastor Dennis. I'm taking 2 weeks off.
You should take 2 weeks off.
So there
Enjoy
won't
it.
be at least 2 recitals the first 2 weeks of August, but who knows? If we're still under quarantine, you know, we might start bringing people back.
I feel the need to thank you for doing these and for making sure that these are done on a regular basis. This is phenomenal. It's great. You know, we are starved for the stage right now, and we don't have a stage. So even, you know,
even just a small stage with 3 folks.
Even just my parents in the recital hall or in the church listening to me sing feels really nice.
It feels good, doesn't it? I know.
Even though they hear me all the time, they get to listen to me all the time. But you know.
But it just feeds the soul,
Yes.
and in some small way, we hope we have fed your soul today in keeping some of the music going. So Danielle, we have one last number.
Yes, let's do it. A little something more normal.
Puccini's greatest hit.
Yes, that's right.
Perhaps. Well, no, I wouldn't say greatest hit.
It's hard to figure
It's
out
hard.
what Puccini's greatest hit is, but it's certainly one of them.
I think that might. I don't know.
No, it's hard.
This
Yeah.
is a goodie.
Yeah.
Let's
think
do
all
this,
of
shall we?
Puccini's. Yes, let's do it.
Chi bene sogno di
Danielle, thank you so much
Thank you,
for
Brian.
being
This was
here.
great.
This was wonderful.
It's nice to pull the cobwebs off the vocal cords, you know?
I bet. And that's that's one thing that is lucky. I never have to really dust these because they get used every Sunday. Tune in on Sunday morning, 10 o'clock. We have been featuring every week wonderful vocalists, wonderful instrumentalists for our normal church services. Although we don't have our full choir here, we do have fantastic vocalists. So we hope you'll tune in this Sunday. Also tune in next Wednesday for Timmy Williams, mezzo-soprano. Danielle, wonderful to have you. Fabulous soprano with the Pittsburgh Opera. We are thrilled, and we hope that you'll come back and make music with us some other time.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, bravo.
Anytime.
There is no graceful way for doing this, so I'm just going to scoot on over there and shut off the camera.
All right.
Anything you would like to add as I'm leaving, if you want to give shout-outs or anything, feel free.
Well, let's see. I'll just fill some time. A shout out to my mom and dad for hanging out with us today at the Coriopolis United Methodist Church. Shout out to the Coriopolis United Methodist Church for putting these on. It's lovely to be heard again.
Tune in next week for Timmy Williams, mezzo-soprano. Bye-bye.